Today's theory is probably the craziest one yet. I'm going to show you John Juniper's secret audition that was hidden in the I Expect You to Die 1 voicemails, how Zor picked him for the role, and the craziest topic yet, the secret websites Shell Games has been hiding to hide the biggest secrets of this franchise. Trust me when I say that you will want to watch this theory right to the end. It will make you rethink everything you know about this franchise. So, without further ado, enjoy. Hello agents, I'm the Agent of Lore, and welcome. Today's topic is one of the community's all-time favourite villains, John Juniper. He is also my personal favourite villain of the franchise. I have so much to say about John Juniper, but to start, I want to take you all the way back to the start, the first level of this game. I Expect You to Die 1, Level 1, Friendly Skies. If you haven't watched my second theory on the Phantom series, I explained how in the first level of I Expect You to Die 1, you can hear hidden voicemails hidden in Zor's car, and they are directed to him. Now, I made a connection between one of the voicemails and the giant squid we see in I Expect You to Die 3, Operation Hot Water. I will have a link to that segment of the video in the description if you haven't watched that already. And as many of you requested, I've continued to dig into these voicemails and find connections between people we know and future games. And while most of the voicemails explain more about Zor's personality, none of the voicemails connected to the later games, except one. Tiffany Message 01.
Next message.
Hello, yes, my agent told me to get in touch about my audition yesterday. This is Tiffany, by the way. I hope that it went well. Of course, I'm very excited for the opportunity. Please tell me that I did okay. In any case, I really wanted to see how you were. I hear that there are certain things that might happen if I don't succeed at this job that I just auditioned for. So please let me know. I will be available pretty much 24/7. I will be awake. So I will talk to you later. Please don't hurt me. Okay, bye!
So how does this voicemail tie in with John Juniper and the theory I'm talking about today? Well, let's just break down this voice message. Tiffany seems like a person in a star position. They go to audition for a role with Zor. Now, notice the word audition. If it was just a regular job, she would go for an interview. An audition is used to find people mainly in two categories, singing and acting. Now, I'm sure that Zor doesn't need a singer at this time, but more than likely wants an actor. But why would Zor need an actor? Maybe to act for a part that they need, such as the part we see in I Expect You to Die 2, played by the person who passed the audition, the world-renowned actor, John Juniper. This connection is really interesting because it shows that Shell Games had planned this back in 2016 when they released I Expect You to Die 1, and it was only in 2021, I Expect You to Die 2, when we see John Juniper set on stage, 5 years later. Now this point, along with what I'm going to show you next, will forever change your mind about Shell Games. They aren't just a good game dev company. They are telling a compelling story and leaving a trail of hidden lore for us to follow. Still don't believe me? I would like to show you a snippet of the I Expect You to Die 3 trailer.
Dr. Roxana Prism is a former inventor for the agency.
Pause. Do you see that? That's right, that is a hidden link that Shell Games has left. Using this link takes you to a page which is a message from the handler. He gives you instructions to go and sort out files using a password that he hides in the message. Once you figure out the password and you click on the link, you can enter the password on the encrypted page and it takes you to a website. The website it takes you to is called the Read All Over Files, and 6 files are attached. A John Juniper memorial service flyer, 3 newspaper article excerpts, a watch advertisement, and a patent request document. Don't worry, I'm going to explain each of these. The first one, which is the most important and relevant for this theory, is the memorial service card. This memorial service card is for John Juniper, who recently passed away. And what I want to point out, sadly, is that he is dead. Many in the community, along with a fellow YouTuber and friend, The Scene Show, pointed out that it is a closed casket service, meaning the public doesn't actually see the body inside, and that could mean that he is actually still alive. But the half-covered line above that shows that an intimate funeral service for the friends and family. Now, this is usually where they have an open casket service. Along with this, the second line below, that is covered, more than likely says due to his body state there will be a closed casket service for the general public. Along with this, another file from another hidden website which I will bring out in a future video shows the same point. This file is done by Sean in HR, documenting all the villains, and unfortunately he documents that John Juniper is deceased. Now they don't usually put this line until it is confirmed. As much as it saddens me, I don't think that we're going to be seeing John Juniper anytime soon. But in the meantime, let me show you the other files. The other files really highlight the knowledge of the general public at the time, after I Expect You to Die 2. The two newspaper articles bring out two big things. The first thing, that John Juniper's evil schemes have been revealed to the world. The second one is really interesting. Zoraxis is shown to be evil to the general public. Their schemes have been shown, and most of their operations have been closed, such as the beautiful Zonuts. We then have another newspaper excerpt from Daniel Sands, an employee of Zoraxis, trying to say that they are not evil. Now Daniel Sands isn't actually a new character. We know Daniel Sands all the way back from the first level of I Expect You to Die 1. He left the three main voicemails that we hear in Zor's car.
Next message.
Zor, there is an urgent matter we must discuss. Contact me on a secure line immediately.
We then have an ad for the Fabricator's watches, which are the killer watches, and finally a patent request. If you don't know what a patent request is, it's essentially a request you can put through to patent an idea or design, meaning that you own it and no one else can copy it. This patent is from HiveMind, patenting his Zornets. Now these files are so important for two reasons. The first being that it shows how the general public is feeling right after the events of I Expect You to Die 2. They now have seen all the evil schemes happening. But the second one is to answer my whole quest, the mission that I have had for the channel, to show that Shell Games is hiding lore in I Expect You to Die. Many people have rejected this idea, but this hidden website and the other hidden websites that they've hidden shows that Shell Games isn't just a great game dev company. They're leaving a secret storyline for us to follow. And I'm so excited to be on this ride and see what Shell Games has in store for us in the future. So agents, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to see the future theory and gameplay videos that I'm going to be bringing out soon. And as always, if you have any theories or findings of your own, make sure to comment them down below. They've been really helping me into crafting these theories you're watching today. Thank you so much, agents. I'm the Agent of Lore, and I'll see you soon.
Even you can ignore the new world that I found. Now I'm forging a fight, one I'm certain to win. All that's left is who's right and who pays for the sin. No backing down, no giving up, no more accepting just good enough. I have a world to make, unbreakable rules to break. I'll build a castle, I'm the queen. You're just a cog in my machine. So you're the best of the best. Well, let's see if it's true.